Hi everyone, I just want to do a follow-up about the TFT. I finally had a spare hour to take a look at it. Just to do a quick recap for those that don't know about the problem, I'll try to make this as quick as possible. I've got my new Reflow Master board here, which is the same as my old board. The only real difference is I moved to a QFN instead of the QFP because I ran out of QFPs. So I did a bit of a redesign for the QFN. And what I also did was added some transistors to the relay and to the buzzer to be able to fire them off 5 volts instead of using the 3.3 volts from the GPIO. That way I get a louder buzzer sound, and I can also allow people to control SSRs from 5 volts and up, because it turns out that some SSRs can't be controlled at 3.3 volts, like mine can. And everything's been working fine. And then what happened was I had a shipment of new TFTs. And so that's what my new one looks like, and that's my old one. Slightly different PCB colour, and it's got a blue stripe here instead of the black stripe. And on the back there's an extra transistor, which apparently is just a level shifter for the LED backlight. And we're trying to debunk on the stream on Wednesday why I was having this problem. Let me show you the problem. So I plug the screen in. Now this is running the same code as all the rest of my Reflow Masters, but when I click the settings button, as soon as the buzzer goes, the screen goes blank. Now I had a lot of people chatting on the stream, throwing all different ideas around, and it was an interesting chat. It got a bit overwhelming. At the time though, I wasn't looking at trying to fix it on the stream. I was just trying to get people's feedback on what they thought it might be. My plan was to always try to look into it later, after the stream, which I'm doing now. So if I take that screen off and put this screen on, and do the same test, settings, no problem, everything works fine. Now people saying, do this in software, do that in software, it could be a reset thing, it could be other things. I actually thought it was a reset thing, but it turns out it's not. What it is simply noise on the 5 volt line when the buzzer's going. If I turn the buzzer off in code so that no tone comes out, there's no problem. But if I leave it on, no matter what I set the frequency to, the screen turns off as soon as the buzzer goes. So let's have a look at the oscilloscope and see what's happening on the 5 volt line when the button's pushed and the buzzer goes. Okay, so I'm going to connect the ground to the ground of the buzzer, because that's the only thing I've really got clear at the moment. And I'm going to connect the probe to the 5 volt of the buzzer. Now, there's a little bit of noise. You might be able to see a little bit of ghosting. That's just because I've got a pretty big ground loop right now. So if I click the settings button, you'll see a massive spike of noise coming through. And that is what's killing the screen, because the 5 volt line is actually going through the buzzer to the screen, and I've got no decoupling there at all. So it turns out I just need some decoupling. Okay, so we're back. So clearly there's some noise on the line. Let's do something about it, shall we? It's going to be as simple as just sticking a cap for now across these 2 pins. So this pin here is the 5 volt line of the TFT, and this is ground. Very convenient. So I'm going to grab an 0603 10 microfarad cap and just solder that, wedge it into place right now, just to try it and see if it fixes the problem. So I obviously want to take the buzzer off while I'm doing this, just in case I miss with the soldering iron and melt the plastic. I don't want to do that. Okay, I'm just going to also unplug the USB for now. You don't have that plugged in. Okay, so here is an 0603 10 microfarad cap. Looks massive. Well, for me it looks massive anyway. I'm used to working much smaller than this. So I'm going to solder that in here, and that's actually might prove a little bit difficult. Let's see what we can do. Probably have to do it this way. And let's just get the camera a bit closer if I can. Okay, that's as close as I can get. I'm just going to put a bit of solder on the end, just to tin it a little bit. Okay, let's see if I can do this from this far away. Should be interesting. Maybe one side, and get a bit more solder. Hopefully I got it. Guess we'll know soon enough, won't we? Let's see if we can get a bit closer and see if I've got it. Quite possibly. Let's plug it in and see if it fixes the problem. So, get all that out of the way. I'm going to screw the buzzer back in first, because without the buzzer we're not going to know if there's a problem or not. And we need USB, and we need the screen. Now hopefully that cap is touching ground. I think it might be. Okay, so power it on. Let's cross our fingers. And there we go, fixed. Just needed some decoupling across the 5-volt line because obviously we're getting a little bit of backlash or something from the buzzer. Just a bit of noise in general. And just the way I routed the board, I probably should have had a direct 5-volt feed to the screen. The good news is all my current boards are fixable. I can just solder a cap in there, and when I run out of these boards I'll do just a quick revision and place a decoupling cap next to those pins. There you go. So thank you all for your feedback during the stream, all of your comments. And I know many of you mentioned it was the buzzer and mentioned possibly decoupling and noise during the chat. I don't remember who all those people were, but thank you for that. Okay, that's it. Thanks to all my patrons. You're awesome. If you want to become a patron, go visit patreon.com/unexpectedmaker. Don't forget to check out my crowd supply campaign for Tiny Pico if you haven't already. The link will be in the description below. And otherwise, I will catch you all later. Bye.